Hi, I'm Christie Clarkson, Marketing Specialist at Power Factors. Today I'm joined by James Resetco, our Director of Product Operations. We're diving into why purpose-built solutions are essential for managing renewable energy assets and exploring how bringing together domain-specific solutions under one common asset model helps owners, operators, and service providers handle their expanding portfolios more effectively. James has been with Power Factor since 2020 and oversees the development, launch, and management of our products. Hey, James, great to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, Christy, thanks for having me. I'm very happy to be here and looking forward to our conversation.
Okay, let's kick things off by defining what we mean by purpose-built solutions. Can you explain how these differ from more generic or multi-purpose systems and why they're especially important for renewable energy management systems?
Absolutely. So purpose-built solutions are created with the features and capabilities that are tailored to address specific requirements of a given market or industry. You can think of something like electronic health records, like EHR software in the medical space. On the other hand, you have generic and multi-purpose systems. And these are going to be industry agnostic, where things like Salesforce or Jira operate across a number of verticals and span countless industries. So there's plenty of excellent generic and multi-purpose tools out there that we all use, and they serve a much larger audience, and they come with a few caveats. One is if you're trying to tailor them to your specific industry and business needs, you're going to need to require oftentimes long implementation times and high cost consultants to actually have customizations to what you actually need the product to do. Once you've gone through that process, you also have a heavy switching cost if you do choose to move to a different vendor, once again, rebuilding a lot of those industry specific customizations. And they're also never going to be driving you to innovate or proactively enhance your position as a leader in your industry because they lack the expertise that you'll see in the more purpose-built solutions. Finally, a major perk of purpose-built solutions is that they're going to evolve as your industry evolves. And they're also going to improve as a function of the aggregate learnings of others within the industry. So these solutions are going to get smarter from feedback from other industry leading customers and from the deep expertise that their teams have in the space.
Thanks for the context, James. Another path some companies go down is to develop their own software in-house to meet their specific needs. While this approach can have its benefits, it also comes with some significant drawbacks. Could you share your thoughts on why some organizations decide to go this route, and what are some of the realities about building their own software they may not be aware of?
Yeah, absolutely. So I totally understand the draw of building something in-house, right? It removes your dependency on another vendor altogether. You have a feeling of control, and it seems ideal to build a tool that's molded exactly to your business needs. And it really does sound great in theory. But let's talk a little bit about those expectations versus reality. So the first expectation is that building in-house is a way to save money and reduce your risk in the long term. And I think anybody who's executed a long-term software project knows that they always come with plenty of unpredictability and significant risk, no matter how much planning you do up front. And so projects of that scale have a very real risk of failure. Or maybe you succeed at first, only to find that your solution's quickly unable to keep up with the needs of your business and requires even more investment. Sunken cost fallacy is a real thing, and I think many of us have used our own fair share of half-baked internal solutions that our business couldn't manage to let go. So overall, it's really important to consider the inherent risk involved. And by going with a trusted software vendor, you can significantly de-risk your investment and also be able to accurately predict and forecast your future costs. Now, the next expectation is that your custom solution will give you full control over the development and evolution of the software that's going to integrate seamlessly with your existing infrastructure. Now, in reality, you need to be willing to invest heavily into this system in perpetuity and be able to secure funding and headcount for the core aspects of that system. I think you should ask yourself if you think that your current and future leadership teams are going to be willing to consistently invest significant resources into the least sexy parts of your in-house tool. I'm talking about infrastructure, I'm talking about data cleaning, automation, core services, security, compliance, integrations, all the really fun stuff. That's really hard sometimes to continuously secure investment and to have the support you need to continue to have high quality data and a high quality platform internally. And when it comes to integrations, remember, it's never a one-time effort either. As your systems change and evolve, you have to ask whether your solution that you've built is going to be ready to integrate with new systems easily, or are you going to keep having to invest more and more as new systems come online? Final expectation that we're going to talk about is that you can scale your business better through software by leveraging the talent you already have in-house today. So the first consideration here is to keep in mind the core competencies of your business and your team. Do you have a team of product managers, software developers, UX designers, QA resources that you're going to be able to dedicate to a software project for 3, 5, maybe 10 years or even longer? And do you have the in-house expertise to build a scalable, low latency architecture that your core services are going to depend on to run your business? And I'm not saying that the build versus buy decision is always an easy one, but we have seen it backfire with customers and partners who attempt to take such a complex solution in-house only to find themselves years down the road with a backlog of development work, major sunken costs, and a product limping along that needs human capital to be invested to keep it afloat.
Thanks again for joining us today, James. In our next video, we'll dive into the benefits of partnering with a single vendor that offers an integrated suite of products and a unified data system. Look forward to seeing you then.
Cool. Thanks for having me. We'll see you next time.